What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Nation of Cars podcast. We are on episode Denny Hamlin. It's episode 11. We didn't figure that one out. And we have
That's crazy,
we have the entire crew today. We're all
He's
here.
back.
Everybody's back.
He's
First
back.
time ever.
He's back.
I've returned. from
He's
the
back.
void.
Oh, he was here, but he's back.
I'm back.
Tate did leave.
Is
Tate left for like one episode. No, two. He left for two.
one episode. No, I left for. We didn't do one of them.
You're right. You're right. We didn't do one of them.
Oh, we did it. It never saw the light of day.
It never did.
Yeah. Lost media. You guys need to go out there and find it.
We'll upload it on our second channel. Extra content.
I deleted
Second
it.
channel being Tate's.
No.
I deleted it.
Actually, yes, subscribe to the second channel. That's my channel.
Actually, the 1.5 channel is 48 Nation. Go subscribe to him. He's really cool. Met him in real life before. Chill guy.
Was he wearing a I Am 48 Nation shirt?
He wasn't.
No,
He wasn't.
Oh,
he was wearing a I hate things shirt.
All right, we're off tracking. It's what happened last weekend, guys, or last week? Racing happened.
if that's what you want to call it.
Well,
One
yeah,
of it
what
was
is
racing.
It was one day of racing.
One day of racing. All right, first off, NASCAR
One
at
day.
Talladega.
O'Reilly's.
O'Reilly. Oh.
That was
Oh,
a good
oh,
race,
oh,
but it
oh.
hurt. It hurt.
It hurt you.
That race hurt,
It
man.
hurt you.
It did. It had the two worst things. Another fumble from Carson Quapple and a Corey Day win. This is like the worst tragedy of my life. And it's all because NASCAR finally started enforcing their stupid little like, hey, make sure you get on the track at the right place. And they never enforced it before.
Was that when Love was
Maybe
starting?
Carson
How do you
Quapple should
start-
have just like read the rules.
This sounds like a skill issue.
No, it's NASCAR's fault. Carson Quapple did nothing wrong.
He's perfect, right? He can't do wrong.
He is.
He only flipped at Kansas. Like, how do you even do that? SMH.
It's by having a bad teammate.
A bad teammate.
Yeah. William Byron, I said it last week. William Byron is stupid.
True.
Okay, buddy.
What did we think
All
about
right.
O'Reilly Talladega?
He's good.
I caught about half of it. I remember a couple of years ago, like when everyone was like, "Oh, O'Reilly is peak," which it still is, but like the
Super
big
speedways are
issue.
awful.
The big issue everybody had was super speedways, and Cup had it figured out back when they were in the Gen 6 car, and we have done a complete 180. This
Yeah.
is really, really good super speedway racing, about as good as it gets. And
I wouldn't say that. I don't think it's as good as like 2019 pack, but it's good.
no, but like that was
Solid.
also like gonna kill somebody.
Yeah, I think that the super speedway racing in O'Reilly's is, if you put all the Cup drivers in there, it would be the best racing you'd ever see in super speedways. But it's the fact that there's like a big skill gap. We have like
Mm-hmm.
5 or 6 guys that are really good, and then the rest of them are just like, well, if I don't crash, then it's a good day type thing. But then you've got your Austin Hills, your Jesse Loves, your Sheldon Creeds, your Sam Mayers, and your Jeb Burtons that are just like basically head and shoulders better than everyone else at this track. And yeah, it just kind of cooks everyone.
True.
But I still thought it was a really good race.
One thing that I'm so happy to see is finally like RCR, like their domination is over. Like
They wanted
it
Daytona.
felt like okay, but did they win Atlanta or Talladega?
Austin Hill was leading on the last lap in Atlanta.
Well, we got
It's
two
not
super
over.
speedways
This
in
is
a
like
row
saying, "Oh,
without Austin
Tyler
Hill
Reddick.
winning.
Tyler Reddick had his second worst finish of the year on Sunday. His domination is over. He's still finished 14th. He's finished
He's
top 15
washed.
every race.
Yeah.
Every race this year. He's gonna win in like 4 weeks. The domination
Well,
is
either
not
way.
over. It simply took a week off.
Either way, I'm glad it took a week off.
I am too. Both instances, I'm glad it took a week off.
I mean, Jesse Love was doing pretty good until. Actually, no, he was doing good.
Yeah, he's all right. But I thought his move that he made to get around the
Allgaier.
serpentining
Yeah.
junior motorsports cars
Serpentine?
were pretty good.
Serpentine.
That was cool though. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
It was like someone on the highway.
was.
That's what I saw in the comment section. Just someone cutting up through everyone. That's what Jesse Love was doing.
He was.
But they shouldn't have
mean-
merged. I don't know why they did that. They're dumb.
Yeah, I mean, I was whining, but the penalty does make sense.
Yeah,
I get it.
It does.
I mean,
It's
you're
been
just
needed.
asking.
It's-
You're just asking for another like Kevin LePage crash.
I go back. I forgot when it was. There's a couple years ago. Suarez pulled the move off. I think Alex Bowman was leading, and Suarez like tried to pull in front of a line. And it's like that should have been. I don't remember the race, but that should have been like the breaking point of like, hey, this needs to start being enforced. So I'm glad they're finally starting to enforce it because
Yeah, I remember that.
it's been getting out of hand.
Yeah. I mean, even since the first gen, well, I think it was 23. The Daytona 500, we had that crash after pit stops. Yeah, it's been coming for a long time. I think it should have probably.
I mean,
been
if you're gonna make the double yellow line this out of bounds area where you can't go beneath it, then if you're beneath it, you can't come above it until you're cleared to. I mean, that's just logic.
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
so I mean, it's
Well, I mean,
about-
by
it's-
that logic, though, like you're saying, like if you're clear but dudes are coming, like
You need to be
way
up to
faster, you
speed.
can still just like go.
you got to
there.
be up to speed.
Yeah.
Like it's got to be
Like you got to be like 20 miles per hour slower minimum.
There's a reason why your spotter on Inter 2003 says merge when you can, not merge. It's like, hey, when the opportunity presents itself, come up the racetrack. Like,
Just don't merge.
so it's been needed. So I'm glad they finally started enforcing it because it's time for it.
Yeah, since the drop of the green
Prime
flag,
time.
this was peak. For O'Reilly.
Y'all rate it.
It was pretty good.
It was.
really
I
good.
wouldn't say it was peak, but if we're gonna have a race car that races this good, I'm okay with the super speedways taking a backseat. And if that's what a backseat looks like, what we saw on Saturday,
then that's good.
more power to this car. For the 2 years we have left of it before it goes electric.
Yes.
Before it comes an electric crossover. The
It turns
OEMs are
into
going
a
to love it.
crossover that flips at every
Shareholders are
single
going to
track.
love it.
Batteries are gonna die at the track.
Yeah.
There's going to be
Batteries,
lithium ion
drivers.
explosions.
Well,
That's-
guys, what do you rate the race then?
7.
7. I think we're all in agreement that this was a very 7 out of 10 race.
I actually give it
It
an 8.
was.
I
An
gave
8?
it an
Okay.
8. I gave it an 8
Okay.
too.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's an 8. I lied.
I just thought, I don't know. I just thought I just enjoyed the whole thing. Like there was
Me and
just
Tate would
nothing.
have given it an 8 if Corey Day didn't win.
Yeah, of course.
We would have. That
Yeah.
was.
Like I almost
Throwing
gave
it
it a
at
9
Bladen.
out of
Props
10,
to him,
but
though.
then
Props
the
to him.
race didn't
He's-
finish in the green.
I think he watched the podcast. He heard our complaints, and he's turned it around. So props to Corey Day. Like he's figured
Well,
it out.
props for
I-
being better, but he's already gone off the deep end too far.
Yeah, he
I
drives a
will
Hendrick
never
car.
like
That's way too far off the deep end. The
Wow.
only person
I'll
who can
never
drive
like
a
him.
Hendrick car is
I'll
Roger
always-
Carruth.
Always hate on him, even though he's probably younger than me. Always hate on him, no matter how much he improves and gets better.
I thought
Hey,
I
buddy.
had a feeling he was going to get better. but I thought it would be like it would take a year, and he pretty much figured it out as soon as he stopped wrecking people. He had it figured out. So yeah, props today.
Yeah.
That one was coming.
Right. It's a 8 out of
One
10.
thing that about this race that did actually grind my gears a little bit was NASCAR race control, and it's not for what you think it is. The end of the race caution was probably what needed to happen. They crashed,
Yeah,
blah
it's
blah.
fine.
Who cares? What really I was upset about was there was 2 moments in the race where a car passed below the yellow line and NASCAR did nothing. Jesse Love, first one, you could argue he was forced down there, but I'm gonna argue no, because Sam Mayer was basically like he's like 1.8 car widths off the bottom of the track, and Jesse Love is coming up behind him with a run. What does Jesse Love do? He goes below the yellow line and passes him. No contact, no anything. Sam Mayer moves up too, kind of. After Jesse Love gets to his inside, he's clearly 2 tires below the line. NASCAR does not do anything about it, says he was forced down there. You could say, okay, well, I'll give that one a pass. Sam Mayer was like 1.8 car widths above the line. There's not an entire car length of room, but Jesse Love was still coming, whatever. And then later in the race, Austin Hill, they're running single file on the final lap or something of stage 2. Austin Hill moves out of line. Roger Carruth is slow in the bottom. Austin Hill goes to the inside. Roger Carruth has like a whole ass like car plus width toward the bottom. Austin Hill goes 2 tires below the double yellow line and passes him. No penalty.
That's only the RCR cars.
Yeah. And then
If you think
on
NASCAR
Sunday,
favors
they
RCR, you
actually
didn't
gave
watch
a penalty.
You didn't listen to anything over the off season.
What?
They're a Chevy team.
Oh yeah, like yeah.
I forgot
I mean,
that, but
listen, like I don't understand what was going on because then on Sunday they penalized Riley Herbst or something like that for going under the yellow line. We didn't even see it on the broadcast, but apparently
notice how they penalized the 2311 car.
I guess, but like I don't even know. Like, what's the rule? It doesn't make any sense because Justin Haley got penalized at Daytona a few years back for dipping his tire on the apron at Daytona, and he didn't win the race. Like what is the rule at this point? It doesn't seem to be that there's a clear rule, and this is NASCAR.
It's
at
been
its
that
finest.
way forever,
Almost
dog.
like the rule shouldn't exist. Period.
Almost. It's almost like there should be a rule. This is how it is in F1. Just one singular tire needs to be on the track. I don't get why it's not like that.
I'm fine with it being open. It's open literally everywhere else. Anywhere else, if you want to go beneath the apron, more power to you. I don't know why
it's not going to work, but like you can try.
Well, it's like in the trial, and we'll talk about it more when we get to
yes,
Cup.
but like
when we get to Cup, because like I feel like the way to win at Talladega right now, especially like mainly in the Cup Series, is run the bottom because the person in third can't go anywhere. They cannot. They have to push you. Whereas the person in second, you're the person in fourth, on the outside, they can go all they want. They can go to the top, and it's like that person on the outside is never going to win. It doesn't matter how many races you run. Unless they have a teammate behind him, and actually no, because the playoffs don't exist anymore. I was gonna say the only way that person on the outside would win is if there's 2 teammates lined up, and the teammate behind him has already won a race, and the person in front of them needs a win, but that doesn't exist anymore. It's like that person on the outside is never going to win a race because the guy in fourth is going to make a move for the win, whereas the guy in third, the only chance he has to win is to push the leader as far out as he wants and then try and make a move, and there's never enough time for it. So, like, I think that it just needs to it's gone. It needs to be gone because otherwise, what we're gonna see, what we saw over and over and over again till the end of time. So,
Pretty much. My apologies for my camera dying.
Stupid.
So what we're saying,
Yeah.
besides that, is race control is inconsistent still.
That
Which
hasn't
is-
changed.
Yeah.
Yep, that hasn't changed.
Hasn't changed. Never will. Never will.
Never has, never will.
Yeah. And the final thing I wanted to say was Sam Mayer made another save at a super speedway. Well, not him, but he did this time. Last time was Austin Hill. Another fantastic save. I thought that was pretty crazy.
It was cool.
It's a shame that we don't run this car in Cup because we see phenomenal saves all the time, and it's like you can't do that in the Cup car because if you just with rack and pinion, if you try and turn it a little bit right, it just hooks. There's no saving it unless you're
I
Eric
think
Jones
it's
in the grass.
more. I think it's more the fact of where downforce comes from and less of the rack and pinion.
I can tell you the
because
rack and pinion makes running a
It
simulated
does make
vibe
a
from
huge
it.
difference. It does make a huge difference, but it's like the Cup car.
I still think
the
even,
rear
like,
of your car
Even
is
if
more
like
stable.
it was an independent rear suspension and it was a solid rear axle, if you kept the downforce exactly the same and changed the rear axles being solid and the way the steering works, you would be able to save the Cup car so much more easier, and we would see the saves that we do in O'Reilly's. Would it happen?
Yeah.
Like, no, the downforce would change that a lot, but it
I
would.
just think if you took the
We
diffuser
would
off,
see the car control that we see in O'Reilly's a whole lot more.
I just think if you took the diffuser off, it would change a whole bunch in
No,
a good way.
I'm not disagreeing, but the main thing is the solid rear axle and the rack and pinion. That's
And I mean, the
those are
diffuser is really why we had that huge ass crash in the Cup Series too, because the back of the car's so low, we can't. When you hit someone, it loses all your downforce.
I think what caused the crash is the fact that we had four guys trying to push each other. That was my thing. Which, I mean, look at who the last car that was pushing. It was Joey Logano. I don't know.
And
That
I know, but yeah,
Moving
whatever.
on to the
Same
Cup
thing.
It's also the
Series.
car can't do it.
Oh no, I'm not. Yeah, the car is
Yeah.
definitely an issue, but I mean, we saw people pushing all day just fine. You're telling me now when it's Joey Logano who's at the very back pushing three cars in front of him, they suddenly wreck, and it's like now it's the car, but every other time people are pushing, it's fine. Yeah, I'm not buying that one.
I mean, Buescher almost died on the last lap.
But he didn't.
It's almost the same thing. He didn't
I think
because
part
it
of it too
wasn't.
was it was a Toyota
It wasn't
leaving.
4 cars back.
I think part of it too was it's a Toyota leaving, and Toyotas for whatever reason
They
cannot
just had
win super
different setup or
speedways.
something.
Yeah.
Well, at least none of us are stupid enough to blame Bubba for that.
Some of us are.
Well, we'll
They're
get to
not
that in
here.
a second. But
Yeah.
how about that Corey Day guy winning his first race though? Isn't that crazy? Never thought he would win at a
I
super
don't
speedway.
like it.
Corey Day has
Never
won a
thought
super
he would
speedway race
win.
before Kyle Larson.
You literally mentioned Justin Haley got black flagged at Daytona earlier. Who won that race instead of Justin Haley?
Me?
Yeah, it was Kyle
He
Larson.
won that?
Yeah, Kyle
I
Larson.
thought it
won
was
that
Elliott
race.
Sadler
No, Kyle
or
Larson
Justin
won it.
Allgaier. Really?
Kyle Larson in the
won in a
24 car.
DC Solar 40.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Or no, Haley
I
was
never
in the
knew that.
24. Larson was in the 42.
Yeah.
Yeah, Larson won that race.
True.
Dang.
Haley won the next day though.
No, that was 2018.
Yeah, that's 2018.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
This will be another year.
this is the standard or what it should be for super speedway racing. And it could be better, but what we got is pretty much what we should have.
And now we go to what should not be the standard.
Hold on, we're not even done with O'Reilly yet, bro.
The
Are we?
points.
I think
Idiot.
we're done.
The points.
We have to talk about points.
Oh yeah, points. Yeah.
Well, first of all, finishers. Corey Day won. It actually got revised. Mr. Creed did not get second place. We got another second place for Brett
What?
Cruz. I think that's 2 for him now in his quest for a victory. Sean Creed third. Jeremy Clements fifth. What a good day for him.
Whoa.
Mark Retzloff, another top 10. great bounce back. Other than that, I mean, it's Talladega. One more thing I wanted to say about this before we get in points. What was William Sawalich doing?
Oh,
He is a
man.
lap
Oh yeah, we
down.
actually do need to talk about William Sawalich.
He
What
was a
was he
lap
cooking?
How
down.
did bro win at Rockingham? How did he do that if
I
he
said it
drives
on
like
Twitter.
this?
I said it on Twitter, and I do kind of like, I do kind of wish I pulled back a little bit, but like it is kind of a shame
He
that like good for him. He won at Rockingham. But
is garbage, bro. He sucks.
It's really in my opinion,
You're
it's a
driving-
shame that he won at at Rockingham because he's kind of like guaranteed a seat for a while now, and it's like he's not good. He's not good enough.
He's
for
not.
that
He's
ride.
not. He sucks. He sucks. He
had
should not be driving the
3
18 car. He should be flipping burgers at McDonald's.
He definitely needed more time before
How did he
stepped
win?
into an O'Reilly car. I don't know. How did he? I mean, he had 3 major issues in the span of 120 laps. Caused the lap 1 wreck. Almost barreled through 17 people on pit road, and
He
did
tried to
Sam
take
Mayer
out.
make
He
an
tried to take out
aggressive
his teammate
move?
twice.
Yeah, did Sam Mayer make an aggressive move on the last lap? Yes. Did he technically wreck himself? Yes. Is there any reason William Sawalich should be racing Sam Mayer on the last lap? Absolutely
Why
not.
should he? He was laps down. Why was he in the main
Yeah.
pack?
There's. I'm
He's
fine with him
actually
being in the
stupid.
main pack.
Why was he making a move? Is my big question.
Yeah,
He was
he's
trying to
actually
make a
being
move
in the
to
main
get
pack.
around him.
But if you're gonna be in the main pack multiple laps down, you better sit where you are. There should be zero reason you should be making moves on the last lap.
No, get out of the way. Those guys
if you
are
wanted
racing.
to be
Get out
behind
of the
Brent
way.
Cruz and pushes Cruz, and Cruz makes a move and he follows Cruz, I'm fine with that. But
Okay,
you should
sure.
not be the leader for Brent Cruz to follow. That is not how that should work. And that was unacceptable. Unacceptable. There is zero reason you should ever make a move as a lapper on the last lap. That is
Well, Luke,
ridiculous.
you're holding back, and I'm not. Sawalich is actually stupid. He should not be driving a race car.
I
He should
have
not be,
been.
especially not in the 18 car, a car that can win a championship, a very competitive car. He should not be driving that. He should.
I mean, if you want to look at it, he's behind Parker Retzlaff in points right now, and
Parker
Tells
Retzlaff
you all
is
you
ahead
know.
now.
he has 12 more points than Raja Karuth, who has been subjected to backmarker cars for half the season. That's not good. That is
I'm
not
just
good.
saying, like, I would be very upset. Like, so I usually don't side with Sam Mayer because I don't like him that much.
Me
but
too.
Me neither.
I saw the
anybody
replay
does.
and I was like, wow, I actually sympathize with
Sam
Sam Mayer on
Mayer
this
should
one
have
because
should've
what in the
thrown
world is going
hands.
on?
Sam Mayer
He
should have thrown
did. I
hands.
mean, he was like, I don't even think he knew. Like, I don't even think he knew in his post-race interview or anything who he got wrecked by. Because he was like, oh, William Sawalich probably wrecked me. But, like, he probably didn't know William Sawalich was a lap down. I would be fuming if I was Sam Mayer.
Yeah, you can't be that stupid, bro. You can't.
You know what? Whatever.
He's got
Go on to
talent, but
points.
like I don't know, he makes dumb moves like
He
this
is
all the time.
worse Corey Day.
Worse.
I
The
guess.
thing with me is just like I don't know. He doesn't run. If you make dumb moves, like look at Kyle Larson. If you make dumb moves but you win races, people aren't going to care. But he makes dumb moves like this, and I don't like. He doesn't back it up. Again, he won at Rockingham, but more than likely, he's running outside the top 15 than he is in. And it's like you can't do that in a
Cruz is
JGR
getting
car.
ready. Brent Cruz is getting ready to beat him every single week. I mean, he was really fast for them at Rockingham, and then just had like a pit road penalty because that was
Terrible,
like a
terrible pit road. Yeah,
Yeah.
He would not have won if
Connor Zillage starts
Cruz
the
is
season.
crew
He's gonna go on a Connor Zillage generational run here.
I
Brent
don't
Cruz
think he
is-
does that much.
Mm.
I think he does.
He'll get
I
at
think
least
he does
3
rip
wins.
off. He does
I
rip
think-
off some wins, but he doesn't. He doesn't finish in the top 5 18 races in a row.
He's really
Who
good.
knows?
I don't think
You
he's
never
that
know.
good.
Does he
He's
know?
gonna do really well. He's gonna do really well, but I don't think he'll do that well.
Well, speaking of doing really well, Justin Allgaier is doing really well in the points. He is 105 points up on Sheldon Creed, which is actually down 5 points from last week. Sheldon Creed ate into it by 5 points.
Oh no.
Jesse Love has fallen back to 141 points back. So really, Sheldon Creed is pretty safe at this point. Like, if he was a leader, I think we would all be like, wow, that's a pretty good points lead. Like 30, 34 points, that's pretty good. So, yeah. Corey Day now, well, he's still in fourth, I guess. Brandon Jones fifth, Sammy Smith sixth, Carson Quapple seventh, Austin Hill eighth, Taylor Gray ninth, Parker Retzlaff moves back up to 10th. William Sawalich 11th, and Rajah Ruth holding on to that final spot now with a pretty sizable margin, continues to be a pretty sizable margin over Ryan Sieg. And Sam Mayer is 14th, Brent Cruz 15th. Those guys are quite a ways back of that 12th spot. It's not impossible, but it is like 40, 50 points.
All it's going to take is a race win, and they're going to cut that in half. And both of them are, well, I mean, I would say Sam Mayer is capable of winning a race. We've seen him do it before, but he doesn't look the same right now. I don't know what it is.
No,
obviously he was running
way too inconsistent.
Obviously, he was running second and was making a move for the win, but that's Talladega. I mean, pretty much everywhere else. I mean, I think Mayer's been off, but
I mean, we're just
Brent
looking
Cruz
at
is definitely capable of winning a race.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're just looking at like regular races like Kansas the week before. Sheldon Creed was 10, 15 spots. Well, not 15, but he was like 7 or 8 spots better than Sam Mayer the whole race. And Sheldon Creed started in last, made his way up all the way up to second. So last year they were running pretty close together, and it was Creed that had all the bad luck. And this year it's like the opposite. So I don't know. We'll just have to see what happens with that. But yeah. Now, I think we can move on to the race that Tate was so excited to talk about. The Cup race.
My rage is untethered and knows no bounds. That was awful. Everything about it was bad. The racing, garbage. Fox, they suck. Big shock. But even more than usual today.
They did.
Everything was bad.
I will say,
Pretty
I do
much.
want to say one thing. Is it the fix? No. But I enjoyed stage 1 more than I enjoyed like 4 wide fuel saving. I thought it threw a wrench into the strategy, and at the end of the day, fuel saving still won out, but it was interesting to see it play out like that. I think that the problem with the Toyota strategy is they didn't immediately go for it. Like, they fuel saved for like 20, 25 laps, and then they're like, okay, we're going to push now. I think if they pushed from the very beginning and forced the team's hands, I think it would have played out a lot better. Because then the Fords had to start they had to push, and Ryan Preece was on the verge of running out of fuel. Like, I think if they started that from the very beginning, I think it would have been a different story. But I think this was more entertaining. Had more strategy, and definitely had more strategy. But I think it was way more entertaining than normal 4 wide fuel saving. So, props on doing that. But after stage 1, oh my word.
Yeah.
I don't have organs.
So we start racing and we all die. That's what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got like 12 laps in.
First off, go back on the Fox coverage, like Tate was saying.
Stage 2.
I know it's Big Fox, and I know it's a super speedway. So we're gonna get more commercials. We're gonna get more commercials than usual. I understand that, but can we like, I don't know, flip the script a little bit and like have some racing with a side of commercials and not the other way around?
No, you can't do that, bro. Think about all the sponsors. Man, there were so many breaks. It was like this, like the whole day. They go like 4 or 5 laps, go to another commercial, start at stage 2, 4 laps in.
Generous.
Full screen commercial. Yeah, and that's being generous.
That-
This broadcast radicalized me. I'm a communist now. We gotta seize the means of productions, take down the bourgeois.
It pissed me off
Bourgeoisie.
too, man. Don't worry.
This
equally as mad.
was by far the worst broadcast I think I've ever watched. I don't think I'm wrong in saying that was the worst broadcast race
Well,
I've ever seen.
Do you remember last year when they went to commercial with 4 laps to go, though?
Yeah, they did do that. And
I
they
don't know.
always outdo
They would have done it
themselves.
this year. The only reason they didn't this year is because we had a caution light. I saw somebody say too we ran 15 laps under stage cautions, unacceptable. That's ridiculous. Or stage cautions. That is.
They were like, yeah, I'm pretty sure stage
I gotta
2
do
was
the
6
math on
laps,
that.
and yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Fox is like every
So,
That is
time you
40.
think
That is 40 miles that we spent under caution between stages. That's ridiculous.
every time, man. I'm sorry, but like with Fox, every time you think, oh man, it can't get any worse, right? And then it does. And then it does. Like maybe next year. How bad do you think next year's gonna be? Well, we're gonna have like full screen commercials every 4 laps. I don't know. Clint Boyer is going to be saying a whole bunch of nothing. Kevin Harvick's also going to be saying a whole bunch of nothing. Mike Joy's still going to be just kind
He's
of
still gonna be
okay
there.
at best. Man,
yeah.
that
Yeah.
was
Wow.
bad.
I know Steve O'Donnell was asked like where do you see the sport in 5 years, and he gave a generic answer like, "Oh, I want more people coming. I want better racing. I want our drive-throughs to be superstars. I want yada yada yada." I
So
hope
then
they
make it
start with the
happen.
Fox broadcast. Steve O'Donnell and like we just had the shift in leadership,
Mhm.
and I know we've had him for 2 days now, 3 days. Steve O'Donnell already looks better than the Francis do. His
I don't
first
think that
step
much
of
is gonna
business over the
change.
offseason, after fixing the super speedway car, it better be to be all up Fox's ass, because what we saw on Sunday is not anywhere near acceptable. Fox should be the golden
It's
standard.
never.
They get the biggest race of the year. They get the first 13 races to draw attention to the
They're
second
only there
half
for
of the
Daytona.
season.
They're only there for Daytona. They phone it in for anything
And
else.
they're not there for Daytona. They're there for a paycheck. And Steve O'Donnell
Yeah.
needs to be like, hey, we need to pick it up. They're like, y'all need to figure something out, because this is unacceptable. It is like there's a reason I kind of like to front load races and go to as many as I can at the beginning of the year, so I don't have to watch the garbage that we watched on Sunday, because that was horrible. That was
That's a
absolutely
master
horrible.
strat.
Fire everyone.
Yeah.
Basically.
Fire
That's not a bad
everybody.
start.
Unperson them. Like you ever read 1984? Like just
Uh-huh.
unperson them. Like they never even
I-
existed in the first place.
I genuinely do not think that, like, if you were gonna fire everybody, I would keep Mike Joy, I would keep Josh Sims, I would keep Jamie Little, but put her on pit road, and I'd keep Regan Smith. I think every other person associated with Fox is 100% fireable, and you can find a better replacement.
You're keeping
Michael
Mike
Waltrip,
Joy,
I never heard of that guy.
I would keep Mike Joy. I think Mike Joy's fine.
but he needs a good pairing. He needs a
Yes, he needs a good pairing.
He needs a good pairing because Mike Joy by
Grant
himself
Stover.
isn't. Yeah.
If you're gonna keep Larry McReynolds, he needs to go back in the booth. I'm not a fan of Larry.
No,
coming
Larry's
on,
too old for that now.
telling us about strategy. That's
They are
pretty
very
obvious,
old now,
and
both of
then
them.
Telling us about the trends.
telling us about the trends, and he's gone away from trends of races, instead just talking about this season. It's like, hey Larry, we were here last week. We were here the week before that. And we know what's happened this season. Tell us about Talladega. So
It's either that or fuel strategy that he talks about.
Well, the average of the last caution is like 1 to go.
That too. He talks about that too. Yeah, we don't really get the McNuggets.
so yeah,
Well,
we're all thinking the same thing. There's not a person out there who thinks that what Fox is doing is good. Like
Slop.
So
Why do people think that are Fox?
Fox.
Do they even think that though? Or are they just
Fox.
turning in the essay in 90
So,
minutes
yeah,
before it's
but not all
due?
this falls back on Fox. A lot of this falls back on NASCAR. This is
It
a
falls back on
bad race.
NASCAR for letting Fox
Yeah.
do this crap.
This is terrible race. I don't know what the fix is, and I'm glad we have preseason Thunder because they better throw every little thing they can at this car, whether it be. And I really hope, I really hope the drivers don't look at it as a test. I hope when they get out there, they don't race like it's the last lap, but I hope they race each other and they see what works, what doesn't work, and not just okay, we're gonna get in the line and ride and just see what happens. Like I really hope they get out there and they try and race because otherwise we're gonna have a glorified test session.
I got an
And
idea.
people are gonna be like, okay, this is fine. We're gonna show up to Daytona and it's gonna look terrible. So I really hope
What if?
that.
What's your idea?
Okay, NASCAR, hear me out, okay?
Mm-hmm.
What if, like, when you're doing the testing, you have like a small pack, like 10 cars, with like when you like each pack, they all got their own setup. You do like 10-lap race. Whoever wins gets like $25,000.
I would not be if it means generating
That's
some
testing because you get people racing for something.
just like bonuses
Well,
for team. Like,
if they do the clash again, then that's going to be the thing that gets the money.
Yeah.
So,
which if this replaced the clash, I'd be completely fine with. But
well, what I have to say about this, there is a fix. It's going to take a lot of things, but I'm going to
it's
be
gonna
like
take
Joey
like 4
Logano and not
screws and
tell you
ripping
how
the
to fix
diffuser
it.
off.
Rip the diffuser off. One thing that is highly overlooked, but I whenever we see an engine failure, which we've only seen a few times, but I remember back to SVG at Daytona. One of the things that is different about this car compared to the other ones is the wheels. The wheels are very, very large compared to
That'll
O'Reilly
be a
and truck.
fix to like every series, bro. Tiny wheels.
No, listen. If you were able to do something like what F1 does with a wheel cover, that reduces so much drag off the car. You would fix. Well, you wouldn't fix it. I don't think you would fix it, but you'd have to. If you added a wheel cover, not even didn't even have to cover the whole thing. Just make a little gap so that crew people can still pull it out and stuff like that. But if you put a wheel cover on it, that would reduce so much drag because whenever we saw like a engine failure, like at Daytona a few years ago with SVG, the amount of air bubble on the side of the car is ridiculous from all the air that comes out through the wheels. And that's the reason why when they get side by side, they just side draft each other constantly because one guy gets ahead, then the drag from the wheels are coming off, and it goes. There's so much air coming out the side of the cars that when they get side by side like this, the air just goes over the top of the car and hits the giant ass spoiler. Like there's no room for like you can't get away from them because you're also using a wake. So you just kind of sit there like this the whole time. Wheel covers, guys. Wheel covers.
I
Gotta
know that
fix some of this
Good idea.
aerodynamic issue here.
the problem is like you just cannot generate enough of a run. And like there was a clip posted on Twitter of Hocevar like
Twitter.
in back in the pack, and he got a massive run and passed like
Some guy
10
was
people.
like, "Oh, they just don't want to
That was one of
pass."
Garfield's things.
It's like no. The problem is you can't generate that run when you're
No, you
behind
can't.
somebody when you're up on somebody, and it's like that's what was so good about the 2019 to 2021 package. Is like you could generate runs. It didn't matter how close or how far behind you were. You could generate massive runs that were going
because
to lead
all
to
the
passing.
air. Because all the air that's usually like in the O'Reilly cars that's coming over the top of the cars is on the sides of it. So the air in the middle of the cars, I would love to see what it looked like in a wind tunnel. But what I'm theorizing, based off of what I've seen off of the thing and my knowledge in physics is what I'm studying, the wheels is where a lot of the air comes out. Boom, boom, boom. It's coming out the side of the cars. There's a ton of air going over top. But when you get all this air going over the side of the car, the middle gap here is so pressurized and, you're making the air come out from the side and onto the spoilers of the cars in front or beside them. So there's no and that's why you can't get that third line going because there's no energy. You need energy from
I'm
everyone being in the
watching.
pack, and there's no energy.
I'm on my other
So
monitor and I'm watching the 2019 Talladega Fall Race, and you could just start a line whenever you want it.
yeah,
They're single file, and then one guy goes up, they start a second line, half the people go with them, and it works. And then more people start forming a third one. Literally, as soon as I finish this sentence, they're going from they went from single file to 3 wide.
because
And
the
that's how
lines
quick
are
you're able to get
independent from
stuff
each
done.
other. The lines are
Exactly.
independent from each other. In this new car, the lines are together. All the cars are affecting one another. It doesn't. In the old car, you could get out in that third line, and you'd have the wall there, but your car against the wall in this new car is actually dragging you down because there's so much air coming out of the tire. It goes over the spoiler and it side drafts you by standing up the wall. That's literally what's going on. You can't do that anymore. With the old car, the side was flat and all the air would come over the top of the car. Can't do that anymore.
And this is why you
It's
watch
just-
our podcast for high intelligence
Yeah.
takes.
We're very smart.
I don't know. I'm just going off of what I see. And even at Chicago, there's another thing. The exhaust is also on both sides. I don't know. Just spitballing here, trying to figure out something. But I'm just saying there is a lot of work to do with this car. And
We've
it's
been saying
going to
this
take
for,
some
I feel
time,
like
and they
there's
need to
4
really
years.
go into it at Daytona.
I feel like there's a lot of work to do with this car, but at the same time, I don't know. I feel like 2 or 3 fixes and we're there. I
know, but it's a
me
lot of
personally, I
work.
think I think if you ripped the diffuser off, shortened the spoiler a little bit, and took a little bit of horsepower out, I feel like those 3 things would make this a whole lot better.
Yeah. But now I'm thinking about it a little more. I do like my idea of wheel covers. I know I'm always right, guys.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I just
I'm
feel
just saying,
if we did those 3 things, we have
Mhm.
already improved the product by, I would say 50%, and then we can grow from there. So I think
all that they
the
can
whole
do is just reduce some drag.
I feel like the whole
Yeah,
coming out of the
but-
side of the car rather than behind it. I feel like that makes sense, and it kind of makes sense because right now the reason we're not getting big runs is because a person pulls out a little bit ahead, and then a person pulls out a little bit ahead. It's very rare that lead car ever just fully
Can't clear 'em.
clears. That happened 3 in the 45 in the stage 3. That happened 3 times, and one of them was at the end because the people behind Chris Buescher tried to make a move for the win, and Hocevar had nobody to fight him and got a shove from Bowman. So
Yeah. I don't know. Well, it's just going to take actual effort from NASCAR, which I haven't seen from. So
Well,
whatever. I give this race a 1 out of 10. It was awful. So
yeah.
I think stage 1 was enough to keep me around somewhat.
I
entertained.
literally was sleeping.
And
in stage 1.
maybe
That was so boring.
maybe it's because it's the big wreck happened, and it's there's 4 people left, and 2 of them were RFK cars, and I was like, "Ooh, today could be the day."
And it was.
I give it a 3. It was
2.
the first.
2.
The first 100 laps of this race, I think, are better than what we've seen at Talladega in the past. But the last 100 laps are the worst Talladega racing I've ever seen in my life. So it was not good. I'd give it a 3.
It wasn't.
But
Well, our average rating is a 2. 2 out of 10. With a 2, 1,
That's
2,
pretty bad.
3. Yeah, it's horrible.
we haven't
Yeah.
even talked
I
about
mean-
the winner yet. That's
Yeah.
I'm
Mr.
glad.
Hosamar.
I'm glad he won. I wish he won a
Only
better
redeeming
race.
thing about this race.
Yes.
I could have given this a 0, but Carson Hocevar won. So
We're riding the Dente, guys. Carson Hocevar wins. Peak.
Man, who up riding they Dente?
there is a
I
small
know that
possibility he
Lionel
starts on pole this next week.
Lionel has already passed MOQ for every single variant of Carson Hocevar's race win. So,
I've
hey,
contributed.
great business opportunity. Buy 2 Carson Hocevar diecasts. Keep one of them and sell the other one in like 2 years.
We're scalping. Scalping.
Yeah, scalp it. But,
Spire's second
Okay,
win.
buddy.
Pre-order your Hocevar diecasts because that's gonna be like a Red Bull diecast in a couple years.
Hey, Luke.
And by a couple
Luke,
years,
you
I mean
are-
as soon as it
You
releases.
are actual scum. You're actual scum. People like you should not
I'm just
be
saying.
around.
Don't
Buy
scalp.
it, because if you don't buy it, you're gonna regret it. Ask people about the Cinnamon Toast Crunch diecast. Holy moly, that thing is expensive on eBay. Those things are selling for like $300 a pop right now. I'm very glad I bought mine at Daytona, because wow, that's what I'm glad I have, and I feel like it's gonna be the same with the host of our diecast.
So speaking
If
of
you even-
Hocevar, is this kid? Is he the next superstar?
Yes,
That's what they're
I
saying.
hope
the
so.
next superstar.
He has the
Probably.
skill. He has the personality. He's got. I think he could be, and I hope he is, because I honestly can't really think of anyone better to be like the face of the sport than Carson Hocevar.
The thing is, it's like if we take a look at like the guys we've been trying to label as superstars for like the past
Chase Elliott is nobody, bro.
the past
Nobody
decade.
to
Chase
win.
Elliott does not want to be a superstar.
True.
As much as
Kyle
he is, he does not
Larson.
want to be one. Kyle Larson,
Nothing.
No charisma.
Kyle Larson has 0 charisma and he hates everything about the sport. Look at everything good that's happened the past, like, I don't know, half decade or so. He hated the dirt race. Kyle Larson, of all people, hated the dirt race. I don't know. There's been so many, like, he hated the wall ride, even though he did the literal same thing the year before that. Like, Kyle Larson's the world's biggest hater.
Oh wait,
Ryan
hold on.
Blaney, I feel like is
That's
too
gold.
inconsistent. Right? I mean, I'm just being honest. Like, I was
You're the
surprised
biggest
that
hater, buddy.
I don't like Kyle Larson. I was surprised that he
I
stuck
feel like
around for as
Ryan
long as he
Blaney
did.
could also.
Ryan Blaney is too inconsistent for his own good, and well, that's not his problem. Part of that is just the fact that Penske doesn't care about anything that isn't a short, flat oval or Las Vegas or plate racing. Carson Hocevar, he just needs a better ride. The moment Carson Hocevar gets a better ride, though, like he loves the sport. You can tell. I don't think there's anybody who loves NASCAR more than Carson Hocevar. He's creative. He thinks outside the box. I mean, that celebration was probably the best. I can't think of a celebration anywhere that's better than that one. He's
Well, from
aggressive in
watching-
he's aggressive in the best way possible. Like after the big wreck happened, there was like 15, 20 competitive cars, and he made a move on Zane Smith for like 18th or something that had literally no consequence. Dove it on the off of the exit of 4 because the apron pushes out a little bit, and we go like a 5th lane on the front stretch. He dove underneath Zane Smith again with like 100 laps to probably like 50 laps to go for 0 reason. There was no need to do it, and he just did it because he could. And it's like that's awesome. That is the kind of driver this sport needs. And again, I think I agree. There's no better person for it to be than Carson Hocevar. He just needs a little bit better ride right now, and he's going to be so fun to watch.
Is he breaking into the mainstream?
I think he is.
He could.
I think he's good enough to break into the mainstream.
Cool.
Like,
Well,
he's
watching
got the
post-race
personality.
interviews.
He's got.
Tell you another good thing. He's friends with Cletus McFarland. Like he showed up on an iShow speed stream earlier this
He
year.
did.
People kind of forget
See,
about
the
that. But he was
kids-
on an iShow speed stream.
He's dating Sabrina
Like-
Carpenter.
He can do it.
That's
Right.
not happening.
He's-
But
He
if
could.
I think that put him in a couple Cletus videos, have him win a couple more races in like 3-4 years. I don't think it's unrealistic that he's battling with Chase Elliott for most popular driver. 77 shirts are going to like are going to rock the world before long.
He's
He's
gonna.
got a badass nickname too. I think a big thing that people overlook is a nickname. Like that's kind of been lost in our sport the past couple of years too.
Is he the Hurricane? Right?
He's a Hurricane.
The
I think
Hurricane?
that's an awesome nickname too. Where he follows strong winds or chaos or shooter and like follow like that's cool. How many people in racing right now have a nickname? Like that used to
Kyle
be
Busch?
like once you got a nickname, you've made it. And like right now, nobody has a nickname.
I got one. I don't want to say it though because it would be kind of.
Y'all know the
I've
gif?
been seeing a common nickname for Daniel Dye.
Yeah.
The gif where he's racing a jet. It's like Carson Hocevar, and it's like a jet. Y'all seen that video? It's not real video, but it's like an
Yeah,
AI
bro.
video.
Who cares, bro?
What do you mean it's cool?
Oh, it's AI. Who cares?
Who cares? But you know what I was gonna say?
Yeah,
Try
go.
to say 100 times. Following post-race interviews, it does sound like there could be a high-profile seat available. Just saying.
48,
Yeah, buddy.
11.
What did he say? He
Mr.
said
Bowman.
he said he can't take many more hits in his career, and it's
Yes,
like,
he
that right
said-
there tells me alone.
His specific words were not in order, by the way. He said, "I'm getting old. I can't take much more hits than this. I'm glad I didn't crash." Stuff like that. That just tells me I don't want to have to deal with it anymore.
The
Isn't
only
he-
thing that I worry about is Carson Hocevar is not a Hendrick type driver. This is not somebody that Hendrick wants. Look at their 4 drivers. The most personality we see out of any of them is Alex Bowman, and that is very, very limited. Like he has a
Because he
very
never gets
certain,
any TV time.
Hendrick has a certain way he wants his drivers to race. You know,
Boring.
Larson steps out of line a little bit every now and then, but they're all very professional behind the camera. They're all a little bland. Some of them more than a little.
Boring. They're all boring.
They're all pretty boring. Carson Hocevar does not suit me as somebody who's a Hendrick type driver. The last person who I think of that was a Hendrick driver like that was Kyle Busch, and he lasted about 3 years at Hendrick before he left. So, if
Okay,
the
but
real
like,
question I
you
think
want
for
him to be
Rick
a
is
Trackhouse?
yeah.
Like,
Well, I
yeah.
think I don't think the question comes down to Hocevar. I think the question comes down to the question comes down to Rick and everybody at Hendrick. It's is Hocevar's winning? Is his winning ways good enough to look past the rest of them? I think it is, but it's not up to me to make that decision. It's up to Rick.
Doesn't he have a contract to like 2030 something? Spire.
He does. That's another good point. He
Yeah.
did get locked up for a good bit from Spire.
That is
but
true.
I kind of
Corey Day it is, I guess.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's another thing. I think Corey Day is pretty much a lock for that 48 car. It's as sad as it is.
Well, I think we have talked a long time on this race. A lot longer than I thought we would. But you know what? Good conversation. I think it's time we
I really
talk
didn't even
a little
mention Chris
bit
Busch
about
a second.
the
I brought it up a
finishers
couple
and
What do you think?
points. How about that? So, Mr. Hocevar Hurricane wins. We're coming up to the track where he got his first ever NASCAR win at Texas Motor Speedway. I was there. He did have to wreck like
Nick
3
Sanchez.
people.
He didn't wreck him. He didn't wreck him.
Yes, he did, bro.
No, he didn't.
I literally
was it
watched
Sanchez?
it.
Was it Sanchez he passed that he wrecked?
It was Sanchez.
Sanchez
He, like-
wrecked himself. First off, Sanchez wrecked himself.
He
Hocevar
did
did not wreck
not.
him. I did.
Anyways, Hocevar won. We already talked about that. Chris Busch for second. Alex Bowman got a third. Chase Elliott, fourth. Zane Smith with the fastest lap and finishes fifth. Underrated guy in general. Ricky Stenhouse, sixth. Ross Chastain escapes the depths of 16th place, finishes seventh. Austin Cindric continues to be the best Penske driver, eighth place.
What?
No Gregson, ninth. Kyle Busch gets RCR's first top 10 of the year. Wow. That's crazy. And other than that, I guess we can say Chad Fincham led a few laps in the field saving because he wanted to. Daniel Dye finishes 24th. Cody Ware finishes 21st. And Mr. Wins 'em all, Tyler Reddick, finishes 14th with a beat up race car involved in a crash.
As much as I don't like him, and as much as I don't think any of y'all like him, Cody Ware does deserve a shout out. I think he's built himself as one of the best super speedway racers. He was one of 4 people who spent like over 100 laps in the top 5, top 10 all race. That 21st does not reflect his how he was running.
Wrecked in that last lap.
So yeah, he did
Trial
got
crash.
caught up in the last lap, but Cody Ware has kind of cemented himself as one of the better super speedway racers. It would not surprise me if by the end of the decade, if he has a win at a plate.
That'd be wild, though.
I'm trying to picture out how like the race winning interview would go, because I think I can picture how every person who wins a race, I can picture how that interview is going to go. I have zero clue with Cody Ware. If it happens, I don't know what it looks like.
He's pretty tall, so I don't know.
I think he would be crying.
Like I'm trying to picture like the celebration and the interview. I cannot see either of them. So
Maybe he just wouldn't
I
do a
think it's
burnout. Who knows?
It honestly would not surprise me if he didn't.
Well, moving on to points, we actually have a lot of movement within the top 20. Tyler Reddick stays on top, actually extends his points lead by 5 points over Denny Hamlin to 110 points up. Ryan Blaney is still third. Chase Elliott moves up 2 spots to 4th. Ty Gibbs down 1 to 5th. Larson down 1 to 6th. Chris Pusher up 4 to 7th. Harson Ozavar up 4 to
The
8th.
Hurricane.
Christopher Bell up 1 to 9th. Brad Keselowski down 1, 10th. William Byron down 4, 11th. Bud Wallace down 4, 12th. Ryan Preece stays in 13th. Daniel Suarez up 2 to 14th, solidly in the chase right now. Joey Logano down to 15th. And Austin Cindric up to 16th, which bumps Chase Briscoe back out of the chase. Guy cannot have anything go his way so far. He is now out by 4 points behind Cindric, and there's another 12. He's 12 points behind Joey Logano, 13 points behind Daniel Suarez. So that cutoff line is pretty darn close right now. Definitely could move a different direction here this next weekend again. And another thing I wanted to point out is 3rd through 6th is pretty close. And 8th through 13th, it's very close. Those could all change very rapidly too. Ross Chastain moves up 2 spots to 18th, and another shout out to Ricky Stenhouse moving up 5 spots to 25th. And even with Alex Bowman's 3rd place finish, he is still last in points, 5 points behind Cody Ware. Yeah, that's too bad. But he made up the deficit. He's back with everyone, sort of.
Also, quick shout out to the 2 front row guys, Zane Smith and Todd Gilliland. Smith 20th and Gilliland 22nd. They're separated by 2 points. Zane Smith with his 4th plate race top 5 in a row, or top 10 in a row, and Todd Gilliland with the 3rd top 20 in a row. Period. Longest streak of his career. So good run for both of them, and I don't think either of them makes the playoffs, but they can sneak out a win in Atlanta and kind of say as consistent as they are. They can put some pressure on that bubble.
Yeah. Well, I think that is all for Talladega. Besides the ARCA race. What do we have to say about that?
Man,
I
I'm gonna say this.
Much of it.
I'm gonna say this. Like I don't watch Cletus. I do like him, and I think he's good for the sport.
Mm-hmm.
But his fans are gonna suck, dude. They're gonna suck so bad. Like, I wasn't around. I wasn't on social media during like Junior Nation, but I have a feeling they're the worst. Like,
I think you're seeing a snippet of that with Chase Elliott now.
well, I feel like Cletus is gonna appeal to like way more than someone like Chase Elliott. So it's just gonna be more stupid people.
There's no reason Andy Jankowiak should have ever been booed for winning his first race.
What did Bro do? Bro did nothing wrong.
Keep in mind, he's the same person who, like, 2 years ago dropped, like, the most quintessential NASCAR quote of, "I'm not lifting until I see God or a checkered flag." That was the same person who
For
said
real.
that. There is absolutely zero reason Jankowiak should ever be booed for... He's
Canadian and he made an American.
Dude,
he's the
Cletus
No,
sold
it's
himself.
because
I don't think anybody in the stands knew he's Canadian. Because it's the fact that he beat Cletus McFarland.
It's because Cletus didn't win.
Yeah.
It's a combination
But
of
he's
the
the
Talladega
quintessential-
fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, Talladega fans are already not really the smartest. Cletus fans.
They would...
So like
Talladega fans would never end a driver's career by yelling from the stands. That would not happen. So I don't know what
they wouldn't do that. They wouldn't throw like a bucket of fried chicken at Jeff.
No, I was meaning
they
they wouldn't say a three-word phrase that would ruin someone's career. That would...
Yeah, they wouldn't do that. They wouldn't throw fried chicken buckets of KFC at Jeff Gordon. They'd never.
Didn't that
So you want one of them almost... Back to the cup race. One of them almost threw Hocevar beer. And
I saw that.
that.
So
Oh my god! If you caught that beer,
former football player, bro.
Imagine if it hit him though. That would
and
like,
he would have.
If I
He's
was
got
there,
long
I
arms.
would've
He
hit
would have
it.
blocked it. But
if I was there, I would have got
that
it.
beer. Jesus Christ, dude!
So are we throwing shade at the Talladega fans, or are we just?
No,
Yes.
they're a bunch of drunk people from Alabama.
I am.
Hey,
Well,
they're not that bad.
I thought the ARC race was pretty all right. The first half was literally horrible, and then the second half was actually good.
Yeah.
So
I caught about like the last 15 or so laps. That may have been the best ARCA Super Speedway racing I've seen in like 10 years. I don't think that was the best ARCA Super Speedway racing I've seen in 10 years. I thought it was pretty
I don't know, bro. Like, actually, there was that one race in like 22 or 23 that was really good. They were going 3 wide.
That's 23 Daytona race. That was a good one.
Yeah.
But like, I thought it was okay.
Yeah, it was all right. I gave it a 6 out of 10. I thought the second half made up for it.
From what I saw, I would give it like an 8, but knowing what probably happened in the first half, I'll give it a 6 as well.
Mm-hmm.
The midway
5
break.
The finish was good too.
It's a 6.
I hate ARCA's overtime rules. I think it's dumb. I think they're very dumb. But I thought the overtime was actually pretty exciting. That wouldn't surprise me. I really thought whoever got the push at the end, whether it was Isabella or Gio, I thought whoever got that was going to win. And I don't think either of them finished. Isabella finished third.
Robusto finished 4th.
She finished 4th? Okay, so neither of them finished in the top 3. That shocked me. If you would have told me that, I would have been like, oh, they wrecked each other. So.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty much all I had to say on that. Mr. Squirrel got wrecked, but I kind of saw that coming. He kept getting screwed in the back of the pack there a little bit, and then he finally made his way up, and then they crashed.
He impressed me. I thought he was going to run laps down, kind of be uncompetitive. But I mean, this kind of fits into their wheelhouse of running halfway decent. That's his car, by the way, is his car is the 2002 Sterling Marlin car. He can't do that car. That's the same car. That blew me away.
It's all one car.
Yeah. It was the same as the 2002 one though. But yeah, that blew me away.
I heard on their I heard on their podcast that they've been doing that they are both looking at running a full season of ARCA next year together.
That
So
surprises
I
me.
heard that in
I
an
really
interview.
did. And I think part of that comes from I think Cletus thought, oh, I'd run a couple ARCA races, I'd run a couple truck races, and then I'd get to O'Reilly's and run a couple of those races, and then I'd run the Daytona 500. I think the fact that NASCAR shut him down after the first O'Reilly's race, which I don't think they should have allowed in the first place, but the fact that they shut him down kind of was like, oh, maybe I do need to run a full season of ARCA. So I think that's good.
well, he can run a
that they're
full season
doing
of
that.
trucks right now, actually. So,
Yeah.
but I don't think he wants to. It's too many
No.
races. Doesn't fit
No,
into his
what all he
schedule.
needs to do is run a full season of ARCA, run half a dozen truck races, and not crash in them. If he gets crashed, that's one thing. But he cannot have another Daytona incident. Run, half a dozen of those, run a couple of O'Reilly plate races. I don't know why we're running at Rockingham. That is not his goal, is to run it at Rockingham. So why that happened, I'm not sure. And then make that Daytona 500 start. And maybe make a couple more starts, but after that, call it a career. I think that's exactly what he wants to do. So
He's decent,
Yeah.
especially after that race.
oh my, he proved on Saturday.
He did.
He's plenty
was-
good enough to run competently at plate tracks, and that's his goal. Again, his goal is not to go out there and try and win a championship. It's not to compete for a championship. It's not even to run a whole season. He said it himself. His goal is to run the Daytona 500, and I don't know.
But what if he
I know
ends
it's
up
ARCA,
liking
but
it? And he's like,
I
oh,
don't think he may end
He
up
likes
liking it, but he's got a career outside of racing that I think he likes more. So I think he's plenty content with having a local short track that he can go run. What are they? Crown Vics at
Factory.
4 times a year.
RVs.
Go RV racing. I think he's plenty happy. He'll probably end up running, a couple seasons of ARCA, a dozen truck races, a dozen ARCA race or O'Reilly races, and maybe 3 or 4 cup starts. And I think he'll be happy.
I would be happy.
Yeah. Well, that's all I have to say on that, I think. Final race that happened was Supercross at Philadelphia. It was a muddy race. Tate, shut
Don't
up.
honk shoe Supercross.
It was actually
Supercross
a
is really
peak
good,
race.
actually. I
Yes.
I haven't been able to catch it this season because I start work on Saturday nights now, but
Yeah. Well,
it's also on Peacock.
Cole Davies is now your 250 East champion.
Good for him.
Yes, he's a very young guy getting his feet wet in the American
I thought he
scene.
was kind of he was very overshadowed by Hayden Deegan last year, but he put up a fight that went all the way to the last round. So good to see him win a title.
And Ken Roxon won the 450 race over Cooper Webb, who keeps his championship hopes alive. There's 2 races left now. He is 25 points back of Ken Roxon, and Hunter Lawrence is now 4 points behind Ken Roxon. This is the first time Ken Roxon has led in the second half of the season in Supercross before. So can he do it? I don't know.
I don't think I don't understand the entire amalgamations of Supercross, but this is pretty unprecedented what he's doing right now. This is like a 2016, 2017 bike. I mean, it still has a Kickstarter on it. Like, what he's doing right now is like, I would say like on par with Martin Truex and Furniture Row. This is pretty incredible. Like, if he can win this title, that's something else for Supercross. Yeah,
Did you say
neuron
Furniture
activation. Neuron activation from Tate. I knew that'd get you.
I knew it. I knew you were trying to get his
I think
brain
before
to-
this year, he only had like what, 1 win a year in Supercross. Like, this is the first time he had multiple race wins in a season. I'm pretty sure. So
yeah,
I'm gonna try my hardest at work to tune in for these last 2 rounds because it's gonna be a fun championship battle, no doubt.
Yep. Got Denver and Salt Lake City left.
When is this happening?
So next 2 weeks.
Okay.
Next 2 weeks.
Next 2 Saturday nights.
Yep.
We shall see.
So if that is all, I think we can move on to the news, which we do have a lot of this week.
There's a lot of news this week.
Honk shoe.
I mean, most of it's just like breaking over. I mean, last week we did talk about the electric car controversy for
Electric
the
Boogaloo.
O'Reilly series. So what the NASCAR guy, whatever his name is, said over the thing, he clarified that he just meant the body and not electric cars. So
Silly
still
Okay.
wheezing
Oh,
along here.
it's not electric. So, it's fine then. They can change the O'Reilly series to crossover. It's fine.
Silly.
Yeah,
Oops.
just ruin the
We
only
dodged a
series that's
bullet.
actually good. But yeah, whatever.
That was close.
Well, Joey Logano has signed a deal with some cologne company to promote their cologne at Talladega, San Diego, and Daytona 2 and
I don't
Homestead, Miami.
care.
If you want to smell
Yes.
like Joey Logano, you should not. You shouldn't.
Just don't take a shower.
Yeah,
That's
sure,
all
bro.
you gotta do.
I'm
Well,
sure you showered.
moving
Joey.
on.
Sorry.
The O'Reilly Series race, TV ratings for last week. O'Reilly Series race at Kansas earned 1.18 million viewers. That is a 12% increase from the same weekend last year. Race peaked at 1.291 million viewers. It's kind of interesting because this was a prime time Saturday night race. This is the most watched Kansas race for the O'Reilly Series since it was on NBC in 2023. So that's a lot of races because there's 2 a year. Well, actually, not 2 a year. This is like the first time they've done the spring race in a while at Kansas. So good for that. Other than that, the Cup race earned a 2.926 million viewers. That's up 26% of last year, but that was on FS1. So not even getting 3 million on Fox. We are cooked.
I don't know. I think this late in the season, this late in the Fox's run, I don't think that's a big deal. Especially, I mean, it's the most watched spring race in 10 years in Kansas. So.
I know, but they were all on FS1.
Yeah, they were all on FS1, but still, I mean, that goes back to when Dale Jr. was still racing. So
the last race that was on Fox got like I think 6 million or 7 million viewers. So that was at Kansas. So it's been a while. Anyways, moving on. Shane Van Gisbergen will not just kick butt in the Cup Series at Watkins Glen, but he will also do it in the 4 truck for Nice Motorsports. We did see Connor Zilic racing in the Nice Motorsports truck at the Roval last year, and he did not win. So I'm going to be interested to see if Shane can overpower the mid-Nice trucks to get a win in the truck series. I think this is his first truck start. I'm not sure. I don't think he's ever done a truck start before. So
SVG?
yeah.
No.
You raced at IRP.
Oh.
Oh, he did race. Yeah, he did race that race. I think was that 2024?
You were at one of them.
Was it 24 or 23 you did that?
I don't remember him. I went to the
Wait, no.
2024 race, so I don't remember him being there.
Okay, yeah, I don't because I was there too in 24.
Anyways, the IndyCar race at Long Beach earned 1.269 million viewers. That is most watched IndyCar race at Long Beach since 2008. Wow, that's a big number. Well, that's 2008 merger, so yes, up 130% over the 2025 race, which was 500,000. So we basically doubled that plus. And peak viewership was 1.5 million viewers, so that's pretty good considering I thought that race was horrible. And IndyCar is averaging 1.23 million viewers, which is up 44% over last year, which was already up considerably over the year before. So I think their move to who would have thought that making your series available for free on public television would work? I don't know, bro. This is really big news for Luke here. Prime Video has announced that they're doing a Kyle Larson versus the Double documentary available May 21st. So Luke is so
Luke, how
excited
happy
about
are
this.
you?
I can't
What
wait
do
to
you- how
watch
do you
that because he
feel?
wrecked in both races.
I wonder if they're going
This
to be
might be an
doing both
all-time hate
years, but I
watch.
don't know.
It's gonna be an all-time hate watch.
Bucket of
And
popcorn.
more news. That Watkins Glen weekend is going to be peak because Connor Zilic announced he is also racing the truck race for Spire in the 71. So good luck to him on that truck because that truck sucks.
He's doing
but,
triple duty, right?
I think so.
Is Shane doing triple duty?
Shit.
Shane's just doing double, I think.
Okay. Well, we'll
Wait.
have to see when the stuff comes out. I think
Zilic
it's next
sweep?
week. So potentially. You
Zillage
never
sweep
know.
is entirely possible.
That is his best track, so we'll never
Funny enough, I think the
we'll
hardest
know when to get there.
for him is going to be to win the truck race.
Probably.
That's the car he's least familiar in, and it kind of depends on if Heim's running or not.
Yeah. We'll have to see. Other than that, Kubota, Trackhouse sponsor, has signed with NASCAR to become the official tractor and construction equipment vehicle. That is cool. They will continue sponsoring Trackhouse even despite this. So let's hope they don't become a Geico and shut down the whole team because they pull out, but we'll see.
I don't know. I think
At this
even
point,
if
I
they
hope
did,
they do shut down.
I don't even think they. I don't think they have Trackhouse would find sponsors elsewhere. I mean,
Yeah, they'll find.
But
They have Red
B,
Bull.
I don't even think that
teams.
if Kubota, I think if Kubota and Wendy's pulled out, they'd still be fine.
Yeah.
Luke.
Thank you.
Luke.
Very cool.
It's backwards, bro. Idiot.
Well, it's because it's like the camera, so it's gonna be backwards.
Fix it. Anyways, some sad news out of sports car racing as Acura has announced that they will be pivoting away from IMSA and focusing their efforts on IndyCar now. So IndyCars next year, well, for 2027, next year, I guess, will actually have not a Honda logo, but an Acura logo on them. And everything will be, Acura racing. So it's too bad that they announced that the week that they actually won the Long Beach Grand Prix. Who cares? Some other news out of open wheel racing is the Miami practice one will be extended to 90 minutes from their new power system changes that they made over the break. And it's also due to the fact that they've had such a long break. So that is this weekend, the Miami Grand Prix. We also had news that Jim France is relinquishing his role as CEO and being replaced by current NASCAR president Steve O'Donnell. That has already gone into effect now.
I gotta be real. That's the most nothing change ever.
I think it's actually going to take. I think it's going to be good. Obviously, Jim France could not stick around.
Name one
He
thing
was pretty
Jim
much
France
painted
did.
as. He was from all the lawsuit stuff. He was pretty much painted as a bumbling idiot from everything. So, at the very least, that needed to change. But I think Steve O'Donnell gets a lot more hate than he deserves. I think his heart is. I think his heart's in the right place. I do think he cares about the sport, and I think he does care about changing it. I think we've already seen that take effect. I think that if the Francis saw what Hocevar did on Sunday, they would have shut that down. And not only did Steve O'Donnell say I'm good with it, he thought it was awesome. He said that was the coolest celebration ever. It's like, if he has this
Maybe they'll stop
same,
finding people for fights.
that's exactly where I was going. If he has this same viewpoint for fighting and stuff, I still think fines are okay. I think they're way too much. But like, like a $5,000-$10,000 fine or something like that, something small, and more importantly than that, actually being able to like, and maybe not the fine, because I think that still gives it wrong, but like using it more than just promotional material, because it's like they shun fines, they're so against it. They have all these big bodyguards, who are like pretty much stand in the way, who prevent fighting.
Keep that one dude, like that one big guy, like keep him like he can still
fire
be
him.
There, but
Fire him.
like,
He doesn't. He doesn't do his job.
Have him like just have him backed up just in case things get a little too crazy. But like, don't have him get like right there.
I think that O'Donnell's good for the sport. I think it's nice to see a fresh face. First time that a France is not running NASCAR in history, so
Really?
I think it's a good change. At the most, it's not a bad change. I don't foresee this having any negative repercussions to the sport. If it doesn't have positive, it's not a bad change. So
yeah. One thing I do want to say very quickly about that fight situation. I'm excited because with this chase format, we are actually going to get rivals again. Right now, if you were looking last year, Tyler Reddick's season would have meant nothing to the competition. It would have been like, oh, well, he still has to beat us in the playoffs. But now he's got a good advantage over everyone else. So, Denny Hamlin is probably looking at him like, that's a guy I have to beat. I have to go head to head with him. So I think we'll get automatically more rivalries and more situations with stuff like that in the coming years, because people are going to be running into each other at the same time. They're going to be pressured with this one guy. They'll be able to focus on one guy instead of 4 manufactured guys that like won't just have like the stupid, Martinsville incident that we seem to get every single year where like, man, I hate this guy now, and then nothing happens the next week. But,
the other thing with that too, I think, is like you couldn't afford to have rivalries in the playoffs, because everything could be taken out in one race. Like if a Penske car had a rivalry with somebody else and somebody else was like beyond mad at them, it's like, okay, nowadays it's like if you wreck them once, it's like, okay, they got, right now they have 25 other races. They have 25 other races where they can, overcome it. Or if you do it in the playoffs, it's like, hey, they got 9 other races they can overcome it. Like if you make a Penske car mad, where are you going to strike against them? Las Vegas or Martinsville? Because if you take them out one of those 2 races, it's like they have to win the other one, and if they don't win the other one, they're not in the playoffs. So Penske guys can't afford to, start a rivalry with everybody else, and that it kind of conglomerates back to everybody. Whereas now it's like, hey, you could afford, if somebody angers you, you could afford to go take them out, because it's like if they come back at you, it's like, okay, it's one bad week. It's viewed as, a small setback. And I think another thing is like people don't care. Like Brad Keselowski, on when he hosted the Dale Jr. Download a couple months ago, he said that he would show up halfway through the season already with a win locked up, and it's like they would run 10th to 15th place, and it's like that should anger you. When you're in a race-winning car, that should make you mad. That should piss you off. Keselowski would show up and run 10th to 15th, so that whoever his teammate was that wasn't already locked in, and he'd run 10th to 15th and be like, okay, on to next week, and he'd run 10th to 15th again. And it's like, okay, you're just going through the motions. And it's like right now you cannot go through the motions. Look at Chase Briscoe. That's what happens when you go through the motions. Chase Briscoe is what happens.
Look at Joey Logano.
Look at Joey Logano. Like, there's no going through the motions anymore. William Byron is what, 12th in points right now? 11th in points? Like, who had William Byron outside the top 5, much less the top 10? Like, you can no longer just week in, week out show up, because it's like the guys who are showing up right now are Chris Buescher, who's 7th in points, or Carson Hocevar, who's 8th in points. Tyler Reddick is leading the points. Who had Tyler Reddick topping the points? It's like the guys who are kind of like in and out and just, going through the motions right now are 10th, 11th, 12th outside the playoffs. And so I don't even remember what we were talking about before this that got us on this topic. But
Steve O'Donnell.
We're talking about the
Steve
CEO
O'Donnell, yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
But yeah,
we got
I
way off track on that one, but yeah.
I mean, I think that's something that we needed to address because it is
Yeah.
it is related, I think.
Anytime we can talk about how terrible the playoffs are and how much better the chase is, I guess we take it.
Anytime you can glaze Chris Buescher, that's all you need.
I'm not even glazing Chris Buescher. I'm just saying, hey, rather than, going through the motions week in and week out, they consistently run in the top 10. This was his, I think, other than Coda when he got dumped at the end, he's finished top 15 in every race other than Martinsville, which at that race he had a nut cut down a tire, a nut from the O'Reilly car cut down a tire, and he still finished like 19th. So I think that we're finally showing that every weekend matters, and it's not like you can take weeks at a time off. So
Yeah. Well, back to the news. F1 has announced that the Turkish Grand Prix will return to the schedule in 2027 for 5 years. I guess they raced there in 2021, and before that, and I don't remember that. I must have just not watched that race. I watched the highlights for that race before I did the podcast, and it seems like a really good track. So, be interested to get that back on the schedule. More news. Tyler Reddick has announced he has signed a new contract for 2311 racing. That's water is wet. IndyCar will stop letting open entries compete in other races outside the Indy 500 after this season and move that with their charter system. So that's to help raise charter values and keep the teams safe, I guess. Like it's the same reason why NASCAR moved from 43 to 40 spots, just because there's less money in the sport now and it costs more to run things. So that's why they did that.
Boo.
Roger Penske.
Not a good idea. Not a good thing. Because now you're going to get 24 or 25 cars every week. And
IndyCar is run by an old man. Do you think he's just senile? Do you think Roger Penske's just senile?
It's the money.
Yeah.
I don't think he's senile. I actually think he's listening to the teams too much.
I cannot believe that when Roger Penske took over, I was like, oh, this is going to be horrible. I don't think anybody thought that. I don't think anybody was like, oh, Roger Penske's taking over IndyCar. Well, that killed the sport. I mean, the only good thing the sport has going for it right now is that viewership is up because they're on Fox. That is it. Racing is pretty, I would say, at an all-time low in IndyCar. Other than,
racing isn't great.
Other than
Milwaukee.
Yeah, other than your short to mid ovals, I don't want to watch IndyCar right now.
Yeah.
They're not going to the tracks that make the racing good.
And yeah, they're not going there. It's like, hey, the tracks that are good, it's like we get 3 races a year.
No, they're not going to them. No, no.
Yeah, well, it's too bad.
IndyCar, every time I think NASCAR leadership is bad, you just have to look at IndyCar and you realize, man, things might be bad, but it's not that bad,
Could always be worse.
It could.
If we make a playoffs in the IndyCar, we can save it.
No.
They would do that. They would do that. They would totally do that. They'd do elimination playoffs. They would absolutely do that.
I wonder what they would try.
I don't know.
They wouldn't try the same thing as NASCAR. They would have their own little thing, little twist.
Like Supercross.
They'd probably do a 3-race, a 3-race thing with 4 drivers or something.
What?
To end the season, like how Supercars does it.
Yeah, the finals
shootout or whatever. Anyways, moving on. Some good news actually. Clint Boyer will drive the 25 colleague truck at Dover, and Jamie McMurray will drive it at San Diego. People forget that Jamie McMurray is actually a really good road racer. Clint Boyer actually was too, but he is doing Dover, so that doesn't really matter. But Jamie McMurray,
Win my money.
Top 10, top 5, wouldn't even rule out a win. But Jimmy Johnson is in that race, so yeah, he's winning.
Boy.
Jimmy Johnson at a road course, much less in 2026. I will bet against him.
Trust, guys, trust.
He's not the GOAT I used to know.
Do you remember what happened the last time he was in a
anyways.
truck in Randy Moss Motorsports? He crashed.
That was at the peak of his career, too.
He's
just
only
at a
done like
truck
2 truck starts.
on a road course.
But is he better
Anyways,
than Lightning McQueen?
Moving on, speaking of Jimmy Johnson, Legacy Motor Club will be helping out Ryan Hunter-Reay and Arrow McLaren Racing in their Indy 500 effort. That's interesting. Arrow McLaren went from Hendrick to Jimmy Johnson. Big step there. But
It's a step,
yeah,
all right.
sounds cool. Yeah.
Didn't say if it was up or down, but it is a step.
It is a step. More money equals more better, maybe? I don't know. But yeah.
Win my money.
Another interesting thing I saw is a Chinese manufacturer, BYD, has confirmed that they are talking with F1 to join F1. I'm not sure if this is a new team or buying like
A
engine
new team,
supplier for
24 cars on the grid. That would be so cool.
But yeah. I'd be interested to see if they're just trying to find an engine manufacturer or if trying to make a new team. So, but that I don't know. They're apparently the biggest manufacturer in China, and they're
they don't sell them in
rivals.
the U.S., but like here's
they
the thing. When I
rival
went to Spain,
big manufacturers
I
across the
saw-
world in terms of sales, just being in China.
Yeah, when I went to Spain, I saw BYDs everywhere. So like they're popular. They just don't sell them here.
Yeah.
Plus credit. Plus credit.
Plus 500 social credit. Thank you.
Exactly.
Jesse Love will be racing the Coca-Cola 600 in the 33 car. I would not be surprised if that race also has 40 plus cars in it. But we'll see. They have revealed the new paint scheme with American flag and stuff.
Is Jimmy racing in that?
No, I don't think so. I think he's just doing San Diego.
All right.
He's winning.
No, he's not.
He might finish top 20.
And breaking today, Richard Childress Racing announces that their crew chief for Kyle Busch, Pullman, I keep trying to say Lee Pulliam, but Jim Pullman, I think is what his name is, will be switching from pit box to competition director role or whatever.
Some sort of leadership role.
Yeah, basically like the Chris Gabehart situation thingy Bob or whatever. But not all the files. Anyways, Andy's Treat will take over Kyle Busch. How many crew chiefs are Kyle Busch going to get? And how many 27th place finishes will he get? All of them is the answer.
Nothing will change.
Yeah, pretty much. And the final two things is Rinus VeeKay has been announced that he was driving the 76 car in the Indy 500 for Hungos-Hollinger Racing, and Catherine Legg has announced that she is driving the 11 for AJ Foyt Racing.
That's cool.
So cool for them. And finally, I think they're all out now. Not Cup. Oh my goodness, bro. Are you kidding me? Anyways, entry lists are out for O'Reilly and Trucks at least. Never mind. Cups is out.
Cup is out.
I don't know why it didn't refresh. But let's see. Trucks, we have a pretty good group. Brandon Jones will be in the 1 truck. William Swalach in the 5 truck. Kyle Busch in the 7. Corey LaJoy is in the 10, but he's there now full time. Parker Kligerman is in the 25.
Whoa.
Tony Breidinger is making her return in the 27. Ross Chastain in the 45. Corey Roper in the 62. Carson Hocevar in the 77. And that is all the interesting names in that one. So remember those names for when you make your picks later. The O'Reilly race is actually pretty stacked, but one notable thing, there is not a single Ford in this race. Only Chevrolets and Toyotas. And Toyotas
Man.
being 4. There were
Shoot.
6. Yeah. So your notables in this race include Connor Zilch in the 1, who has never raced at Texas, by the way. Austin Dillon in the 3. Let's see. Roger Cruz 32. I think Kyle Larson is running the 88, so everyone's good. I know.
Slop.
And that must mean that where is Carson Couples in the 9. So
Yeah.
yes. Yeah. Other than that, it's pretty normal. So Kyle Larson wins the race. Allgaier gets wrecked at some point, and yeah, that's what happened. But yeah, and then finally the Cup race is Corey Heim and Chad Fincham are your extras. So Corey Heim for you.
Would he win?
And that is all for the news that took a very long time.
Now,
Well, you know what else is going to take a very long time?
I don't think it is because it was Talladega, but it's Luke's time.
it is Luke's time. It is power rankings time.
Alrighty. I went ahead and combined Kansas and Talladega. Mainly A, because I wasn't here for Kansas. I was driving back from the racetrack. Actually, no, I wasn't. I was sleeping from driving back from the
He was
racetrack.
dead.
So inconsiderate.
And yeah, sorry that y'all started like an hour and a half before I had work. So,
Oops.
Idiot.
but yeah, I went ahead and combined them. Had some top 5 are pretty consistent, but had some big swings at the end, at the back half of the field. Brad Keselowski is honorable mention. Texas is actually not a great racetrack for him. I think it's his 8th worst on the schedule. What surprised me is he does not have a win at Texas. I really thought he did, but no win
Almost
for
won in
Keselowski.
2015.
Almost won in 15. Almost won in 14. Almost won in 12. But no wins for Keselowski. He finished 28th last year after getting caught up in a wreck. But his last 8 Texas starts were 9th or better, including a 2nd in 2024. So he's got a good chance. But also, this doesn't strike me as an RFK racetrack. 10th, I've got Christopher Bell. Dropped him back a spot. No wins at Texas, but he does have 3 top 5s and 4 top 10s and 7 starts. Almost won his first race back in 2020, I believe. Where Kyle Busch won in the Skittles Zombie car. He's had he only has 1 lap led in the next gen. And his finishes in the next gen are 9th, 7th, 4th, and 34th. So either running really good or really not. His last 3 finishes have been rough, just overall. 17th, 20th, and 27th in his last 3 starts. But he has led 78 in the last 2 races. So Bristol was an outlier. He just was genuinely off pace at Bristol after his damage. But Kansas had a shot to win, got wrecked late, and Talladega was running up front. I don't really know what happened to him. He didn't get wrecked or anything. He just kind of fell into the back of the pack and didn't finish great. So, Bell has been a surprise to me. I thought he'd be faster, but sits at 10th, 9th cars and so far. I was going to move him up regardless of if he won this race or not. Texas is a pretty good racetrack for him. It's his 9th best on the schedule. He only has one top 10 in 3 starts, but he did win the pole in last year's race and led 22 laps. And he's on 4 top 13 finishes in the last 5 Cup races, and he's got 2 top 5s in there. Darlington finished 4th, and then obviously won yesterday. Bubba Wallace going to drop him back more to 8th. I was kind of late to rising Bubba in the ranks, and now I feel like I'm kind of late to dropping him. His Texas stats, he's got 1 top 5 and 3 top 10s and 11 starts. Wrecked out last year. And in his other next gen starts for Texas, he's finished 7th, 3rd, and 16th. And 3 of his last 5 races, he's finished worse than 30th. The only fault of those was Martinsville. That was the only one that was blatantly his fault. Darlington got wrecked by his teammate, and Talladega, he got wrecked while leading. So, although he's had some poor finishes lately and is plummeted in the point standings, not a lot of that is his fault. It's kind of just been circumstantial. Moving Chris Buescher into the top 10. Number 7 for him. Kind of a bad week to do it, though. Texas is not a bright spot on his schedule. It's the only racetrack where he's been to more that is still on the schedule. Only racetrack that's still on the schedule that he's been to more than 5 times and does not have a top 10 on. He's been here 16 times, actually. 5 of his last 6 Cup starts have been 13th or better, and 4 of those have been top 10s. And he's already led more laps this year than he did last year. He's at 68 laps led this year, only 47 last year. So Buescher has been same consistency, but I think a step above of what we saw from last year. So, and he's at his home track this week. So while it's one of his worst, it is his home track. So extra motivation for him after running well last year, but cutting a tire while running 3rd, I believe. So Kyle Larson at number 6, despite his prowess and Xfinity, this is actually a pretty bad racetrack for him. It's his 6th worst track on the schedule, and while he does have a win here, he's only got 5 top 5s and 7 top 10s and 18 starts, and his average finish in the next gen is 16.25. But he has led a lot of laps in there, 285 laps led in that window, and he has won 4 of the 8 next gen stages. So runs well, does not finish well, is kind of MO for Kyle Larson here. We got him at 6. Number 5, we got Ryan Blaney. He's got 0 wins, but 5 top 5s and 9 top 10s and 17 starts. He's got 2 finishes in the next gen that are 4th place or better, and 2 finishes in the next gen that are worse than 25th. So it is feast or famine for Blaney at Texas. And he does have a win here. Actually, I lied. He does have a win, but it was in the All-Star race that did not count. But the big question mark for me with Blaney is his intermediate finishes more so than Texas finishes. To go to like a true intermediate place, he did win at Nashville last year, but that's kind of its own thing. His last top 15 at a true intermediate was the Kansas Spring Race last year. Since then, he's finished 24th, 16th, 38th, 24th, and 38th in true intermediate tracks. So I do not expect much out of Ryan Blaney. That being said, though, he did finish 3rd in last year's race. But Team Penske as a whole has just kind of been on a free fall at 1.5 miles. So I don't see Blaney changing that this weekend. Chase Elliott, number 4. Blaney, actually, I forgot to mention, bumped Blaney down 3 spots in the rankings just because of how off they were at Kansas. And I do think that they are kind of losing their stride. Chase Elliott, though, I've moved him up 2 spots. Does have a win at Texas in 2024. 3 top 5s and 7 top 10s and 15 starts. But like I said, he won the 2024 race, but his next best Texas finish in the next gen is 11th. So only one win, 1 top 5 and 1 top 10 in the next gen here. And 4 of his last 6 finishes have been 8th or better, and he's got 3 of those finishes have been in the top 4. So Blaney's hot, or Elliott's hot right now, running like he normally does. But I think like Chris Buescher, I think he's being as consistent as he usually is, but with the step up. I think he missed the wreck on Sunday, and that was pretty big. Ran in the top 10 for pretty much the rest of the race. Ty Gibbs, 3rd place. He is up. No, he's where he was last week. Texas is his 7th worst racetrack. Doesn't have any redeeming stats here. Best finish of 13th in his 4 starts, and he's got a 22.25 average finish. And he continues the streak of only sucking at super speedways this year. 9th place or better at every racetrack that isn't a super speedway this year. But Talladega was not kind to him. Got caught up in the big wreck, continued racing, cut a tire about 5 laps later. We'll see if that trend continues into Texas. Texas has not been a kind place for him, but Ty Gibbs has been good literally everywhere that is not a plate race. So, number 2, we got Denny Hamlin. Texas is a decent racetrack for him. He's got 3 wins, 8 top 5s, and 16 top 10s in 38 starts. In the next gen, he's either finishing top 10 or worse than 30th, with 38th, 30th, 5th, and 10th as his 4 finishes. Although one of those finishes, he was running in 2nd, battling Chase Elliott for the win when he wrecked in overtime. Hamlin on the year has got 9 straight finishes inside the top 15, so he's good right now. Could be a threat on Sunday. Has previous success at Texas, but most of it came before the track was completely reconfigured in 2017, and also before the next gen car. So, and atop the rankings, Tyler Reddick won at Kansas last week. It's his 5th best racetrack. He does have a win at Texas in 2022. He's got 3 top 5s and 4 top 10s in his 7 starts. His last 4 finishes, or his last 3 finishes, though, after the win have only been 21st, 4th, and 25th. But he does have 144 laps led in those 3 races. And Sunday, like I mentioned, was his 2nd worst finish of the year at 14th. He's finished top 15 every race this year and has a 5.9 average finish on the season. There is literally nobody else who could take first place. In fact, I'm considering putting him at 1st and 2nd, and Denny Hamlin will occupy the 3rd spot. He is miles ahead of everybody right now. I don't know what they found in the offseason over 2311. But yeah, Tyler Reddick easily number 1 right now. And that's power rankings.
Thank you,
Yes,
Luke.
sir.
Those were
Wow.
some pretty good power rankings.
Okay. Cool.
Yes, they
Yeah,
were.
cool.
Now
Other
it's
than the
time.
fact that Tyler Reddick's number 1, he should be out of the top 10.
Tyler
bro.
Reddick
I
is
agree.
washed.
I
Really
agree.
so horrible. Like, are you
He's
kidding,
so
bro? He
washed.
hasn't won in a whole 7 days. Like, bro, are you
Dude.
kidding? Wow.
All
Idiot.
right.
Washed.
It's time
Anyways.
for next for Motorsports.
Next for racing, we got the one, the only Texas Motor Speedway.
You're the only person hyped.
I
I'm
would
excited.
be if
Texas-
I wasn't. I'm not going. I can't.
Texas for me has kind of, I don't know. It's kind of a chaotic racetrack. I
They
think it's
only
a fun
fixed
race.
the bump. If they just fixed the bump, the track would actually be pretty good.
I feel like it's a good race. It's kind of, if I was going
Like
to
it.
take somebody to see their first race and I couldn't pick a plate race and I couldn't pick Kansas, I would consider Texas because I don't know. It's a good place. Like you're going to see, it's not
You can see
so
the whole
much-
track from almost every
You can see
seat.
the entire racetrack. Passing's not great, but it's it's a very chaotic race. You're gonna see some crashes. You're gonna see some mistakes be made. So I think it's a good racetrack.
Yeah.
Or not a good racetrack, but I think it's a good race.
It's a good entertainment
couple
product.
years. Yeah, it's good entertainment. So I'd rather an
anyways,
entertaining race than a dull one any day of the week. So
we do have trucks, we have O'Reilly, and we have Cup. I mean, the last few years, the O'Reilly race has been like really solid, really good. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's good again this
Me
year.
neither.
We also have High Limit at Texas Motor Speedway. I'll try and be at that as well. I'll be at all the races this weekend at Texas. Hopefully,
Are you gonna
so long as
upload?
they're not rained out. Yeah.
Watch his videos.
F2 and F1 are in Miami this weekend after their long break. If you want to pay for $30 water and, you probably have to pay to breathe
Go to
air
the
there.
sprint race and call people
But
poor on Twitter.
yeah.
Wait,
what's the
we
worst
have
Go to
race you've ever
Miami.
seen in your life?
Yeah. Go to Miami F1.
Yeah, we have the money to go.
And there's
guys,
also
right?
Porsche Carrera Cup, by the way. That's the best show of the weekend. Anyways, beyond that, we do actually have peak racing. IMSA is back at Laguna Seca. Always peak when they're there. Not sure if Mazda MX-5 Cup is there, but I know the Lamborghini series is.
Laguna Seca.
And other than that, we have ARCA East at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway and ARCA West at Shasta Speedway, both on Saturday night. And finally, as we mentioned earlier, Supercross is at Denver, all that on Saturday night. So now we'll do picks. We'll do picks for trucks, O'Reilly, Cup, and Formula One.
Start with F1.
Wait, do y'all know
Yeah.
what the translation is for Laguna Seca?
No.
Is it like it's a lake, right?
Yeah, it's just Spanish for dry lagoon. That's it.
Well, it is pretty dry there, especially this
Cool.
time of year.
Fun fact. Sorry.
And so,
Thanks.
You're
based
welcome.
off of the entry list, who do you all think is going to win the truck race?
Carson Hocevar.
Yeah.
Who else
Carson
is-
Hocevar.
Is Kyle Busch there, right?
Yeah,
No, Kyle Busch.
Brandon Jones.
Oh, Kyle Busch is a racer? I missed
Yeah.
that.
No Corey Heim.
Who's still
Brandon
at
right?
Jones, Kyle Busch.
There's no Corey Heim, correct?
I
There
don't think
is
so.
Tony Breidinger, though.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, I
You
don't
know, you
think
can
there's
still
no
change your
Corey
answer.
Heim.
I think Spire's been a little bit slower in trucks this year, but I still think
There's
Carson
Ross
Hocevar-
Chastain.
Oh, there's
Carson
Ross?
Hocevar pulls it out.
Yeah.
I
And
guess I'll
Corey
go-
Roper, don't forget about him.
Don't diss my goat.
Tony
Oh,
Breidinger.
Parker Kligerman too. Parker Kligerman in 25.
I trust Parker more than I do the Ram trucks at this point.
Well, he's in the Ram truck, so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't trust the Ram truck to win. I trust Parker.
So who's
I don't
winning?
trust the Ram truck.
You guys still picking Hocevar?
I'm picking Hocevar.
I'll pick Kyle Busch.
All right.
Is he driving us? What truck is he driving?
He's in the 7.
7. Both on the same team.
Yeah, sure.
I'm actually gonna go with a regular, and that's gonna be Lane Riggs. I
like
think
that
Lane
pick.
Riggs gets it done. He got shoved into the grass last year. I don't know. I think Caden Honeycutt's probably going to be really good too.
Home track
They'll
for
just
Caden.
have to beat a bunch of Cup guys. So
This is Caden's home race, so if he's gonna get a first win, that's a good place to do it.
yeah. Now O'Reilly.
Oh,
We got Kyle Larson, Connor Zilich,
There's an
Justin
answer.
Allgaier.
There's a common answer, guys.
There's the
It's
right
not
answer.
Kyle Larson.
Whatever you say, bro.
I
Connor
think we're
Zilich
gonna
is
see a little
racing,
bit.
correct?
I think we're gonna see a little bit of a crazy race. I think Larson gets caught up in a wreck up near the front.
Sure.
I want to be really funny and say Austin Dillon. I really want to say Austin.
Oh,
Dillon.
bro, no.
He has a win at
No.
Texas.
He does.
You're
but-
not
I'm gonna
buddy.
go Austin
wanna
Dillon.
see him win.
Austin Dillon wins on Saturday.
You're
I think
not
Austin Dillon.
buddy. You're
I was
not
gonna say-
buddy, Luke.
I
Is
was gonna say
anybody here
Sheldon Creed.
laughing?
I was gonna say Sheldon Creed, but I'm gonna flip it. I think Austin Dillon wins. I'm gonna say Austin Dillon's your winner. I'm sticking with it.
Nobody's laughing.
I'm not laughing either.
You know what? I'm actually gonna go with the guy who's really hot on these 1.5 mile tracks right
He's
now.
really
And that's
hot.
Taylor Gray.
What?
Taylor
Okay.
Gray is winning.
It's a good pick.
Is he hot? I'm sorry.
He is hot on these tracks.
True.
He's fast.
Well, I could pick
what's Tay
Connor
say?
Zilli. Oh, yeah, go tape.
Larson.
Yeah. Boring. Boo.
Sorry, I want to be right.
What if
Connor
you're
Phillips
wrong?
should correct him.
How
On
dare
purpose.
I tell you who I think's gonna win? How dare
I want to be right as I pick Carson Quapple 7 times this year?
Shut up! Shut up! I thought, okay?
Also, by the way, it does look like there's a really good possibility that a biblical flood takes place on Thursday and Friday, and the truck race gets rained out. So, and the practice and qualifying gets rained out. So, I would not choose Carson Quapple based off the fact that the last time qualifying and practice got rained out, he did flip over.
Shut up!
Why'd you take off your headphones? You can't hear us
You
now.
flipped over. You're so funny. You're so
I'm so funny.
We do F1. I don't want to end on F1.
Okay,
Okay, we can do
so
F1.
I could pick Zillich or
George
Larson.
Russell.
Wait, y'all didn't let me pick.
Yeah, go.
Okay, you can do it.
Sheldon Creed.
All right, George
I
Russell.
would love that one.
Yeah. Are we all picking George Russell? No, because I'm
No.
picking Kenny Antonelli.
I'm picking Kimmy
Alright.
too.
Ooh. I'm gonna just pick whatever Ferrari. I don't care.
Hamilton or Leclerc?
Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, Lewis Hamilton. I said that last time. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, buddy.
Who's
That's not
winning
happening,
F2?
but you-
F2 predictions?
Colton Herta.
No.
I don't know,
F2
bro.
Driver I know.
don't watch
probably a Scooby Poopy Chabooby from
What?
Brazil
Jamaica.
or something.
Are there any Jamaican drivers?
I don't think so.
Yeah, whatever. Cup race, guys. Who's winning that?
Oh, this one's kind of hard.
Loki might just do the random number generator again because this
True.
race
Michael
probably like
McDowell
No.
gets
whoever's gonna be
redemption.
fastest.
You know what?
gonna run over the
I
bump.
actually predicted Michael McDowell would win at Texas this weekend. He gets revenge for all of his Texas troubles. I don't think he does, but I think it'd be really
Let's
funny.
let me put it straight here. Carson Osvar pretty sure got the pole here last year.
He did, yeah.
So
He got the
Spire-
pole at 22 laps last year.
Yeah. Well, Austin Cedric also qualified high and then led a bunch of laps and then
Josh Berry
Hamlin
qualified
blew
really
up,
well and then
so-
crashed on like lap 50.
yeah.
Kyle Busch used to
Yeah,
win
I don't
here a
know.
lot.
Texas is such a weird track because of that bump. Like you'll just get if someone gets too high in the corner, they're gonna spin out. It's just that's just the thing. Not in turn 1 and 2 anymore, but turns 3 and 4, there's a bump in the middle of the track
Very
because of
middle of the corner. Yeah.
the tunnel, and it gets worse as you go up the track. So, and they have not done anything to fix this. So
Well,
I don't know
They
what's
put
going
PJ1
on.
down.
That does not fix
That fixes
anything.
everything.
Speaking of the PJ1 stain, it's basically gone in turn 3 and 4, and it's a little bit there on the entry and exit of turn 1 and 2. So it only needs to be not there
Which
in the
means that
middle of
it's
the
time
track.
for IndyCar to come back.
Yes. I mean, they already put on peak racing the last year that they were there. So, but yeah. I mean,
There's a guy named Tyler Reddick.
There is.
Is that who you
he
picking?
was the fastest car last year and then just wrecked. So, I don't know.
Would I sacrifice?
I just
my
feel
pick?
like whoever you think is going to win is going to have the
Probably
fastest
wrong.
car, and then something stupid is going to happen to them. They're not going to be
That's
able
why
to
you
recover
pick
from it.
someone who's not going to have the fastest car. and something
Like
stupid
Michael
goes right for them,
McDowell.
like Joey Logano. That's not who I'm
No.
picking, but I'm just saying.
He
That's
won
what happened
that.
last year.
That's who won last year. He was the
Yeah,
30th
exactly.
place car, and then he took 2 tires and won the race.
So
So
can we random generator?
I think I'm going to.
Fuck. Do I want to do that?
It's gonna give you the 66.
Man.
I don't know. No, I'm not doing that.
91? No.
Shane Van Wisbergen.
49? No. 28? No. 36? Is that no?
No,
Just
that's
choose
not
SVG.
Kyle Larson.
No.
But did it get 5, or did
Yeah.
you just say that?
That's what it said.
Kyle Larson.
Yeah, that's not a bad pick, but I'm actually not going to pick him. That's just
Oh
what the
my God.
random number generator said.
Okay.
Last week it said Austin Dillon, and that was wrong. And Chad Fincham, although Chad Fincham actually led a few laps. So, but this week,
So we could say Chad Fincham. Oh wait, he's not even racing. Never mind.
No, he is. He's
Almost.
racing.
Oh, he is?
I so badly want to pick him, but I just feel like he's going to crash.
Larson.
No. I want to pick Bubba Wallace, but I think he's going to crash.
Yeah.
It's just, he always seems to crash. Alex Bowman always seems to crash here. Chase Briscoe always seems to crash here. Like, there's so many guys that I think have fast cars and are going to be good, and then they're just going to crash.
Pick somebody.
This is harder to pick than Talladega.
Pick somebody.
Joey Logano.
I can't decide. You know what? Old reliable. I'm going Chris Buescher because I picked him last year.
No, that's
and
who
he
I'm
didn't win.
going for. 54 miles from the racetrack is Prosper, Texas, and who's on a 54 race winless streak? Chris Buescher. Give me Chris Buescher. They ended. This is not a good racetrack for him. I don't care. He was running third last year, cut down a tire. Give me Chris Buescher. Don't you put your head down. You wanted to pick Carson Kvapil so badly and would have done it if Kyle Larson wasn't in this race. The winless streak is over. They're hot. He's closing in on the top 5 in points, and when he wins on Sunday, he's going to be top 5 in points. Give me Chris Buescher.
All right. All right.
Who are you choosing, Tate?
I already said Michael McDowell.
Oh, you were serious about that? I think
Yeah.
he's gonna. I think they're gonna play a strategy game, and he's gonna finish well.
Probably.
Well, if he wins,
If he wins, I think it'd
he'll
be
look really smart.
What if I pick Corey Heim?
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, he just has to, like, get a good pit strategy, like, honestly. Unless this track somehow widens out to be 3-4 lanes on normal racing conditions, which it won't. Yeah, we're not getting anything spectacular. It will widen out in the O'Reilly race because the cars are different, but it's not going to widen out in the Cup race. So they just have too much corner speed. So, yeah.
All right, another first-time winner. Is he? He's not shattering the age record, right? He's like too old.
Ooh.
Yeah.
He's like 24 or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Pretty sure.
Wrong driver.
He's older than Hocevar, I'm pretty sure. So.
Oh, Corey Heim, yeah.
No, yeah, because Joey won at 8. Wait, no, he didn't win at.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's okay.
yeah.
Connor
He's
Zillich
23.
is winning Watkins
He's
Glen.
23. That's people win at 23. That's not that uncommon.
Yeah. Okay,
It's
yeah.
okay. Connor Zillich is winning Watkins Glen.
No.
We didn't talk about Connor Zillich this whole time. I had to talk about him for a second.
How he's like last in points. Yeah.
No. He's not going to be last in points after this weekend when he wins.
All right, so Corey Heim, Chris Buescher, Michael McDowell. What?
That's a really funny arrangement of picks.
Yeah, that is.
Watch, I'm going to say Chris Buescher, then Tyler Reddick's going to win. Like, or Kyle Larson, like a random number generator.
Just change your pick to Tyler Reddick.
Like
Nobody's
the most
picking
boring
Tyler Reddick.
winner
That
could
surprises
possibly...
me. Tyler Reddick, he's won here. Like, he's hot. Like, man, that's kind of
I know,
It's
but like
Texas.
this track just doesn't favor the fastest cars. Like, Never has.
He'd
Like
have two
the
wins here
year
if
that
he
Tyler
wasn't.
Reddick won here, he was like a 15th place car, and he just didn't crash.
That was also just about the dumbest race I think I've ever seen in my life, too. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone had tire failures, so it was a 500-mile race. It took way too long, but yeah, basically
Are we predicting
all that
IMSA?
she wrote. Hell no. I don't want to be disappointed when Porsche Poopski wins.
Yeah, seriously.
ARCA?
Sonny Hayes.
Porsche Poopski win would suck.
All right, well, I think that's all she
Hey.
wrote for this week.
Yeah. There's yeah, that's pretty much it. Hey, y'all saw Kevin
I got
Hamlin?
nothing.
Cool.
Kevin Hamlin was a
No.
spotter for Cletus. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
That's that's Bowman's spotter.
Neat.
A
He's been
Nito
his spotter.
Mosquito. I didn't know that. All right,
So
what are our
true.
final thoughts? Any final thoughts?
Fox needs to be like a lot of things need to happen. I don't know if I can say what needs to happen.
Okay, Joey Logano.
No, not like that.
I have a fix for this car. I'm just not going to say it.
Gatekeeping.
No, not because I'm afraid of getting pushback. Well,
No bad thoughts.
I'm at the races this weekend. Yay!
I
are you
was
gonna
on
wear your
TV.
48 Nation shirt?
Drew.
Yeah,
I don't have a
especially
48
here, come
Nation
on.
shirt, bro. I
You're
don't
going
have a
to
48
Texas.
Nation shirt.
You gotta wear your 48 Nation shirt.
You know what, guys?
You have to get on TV like me, okay?
I am actually going to try. I'm going to be unorthodox, so I'm going to be out of the way during the truck and Riley race, because I'm assuming the truck race is going to be postponed. I will be sitting, not in my assigned seat. I'll be sitting as far as I can over to the turn one area, like in the closed off sections for that day. I'm just going to try and sit up like where I sat for the cup race last year, because I really like those seats and they're nice.
Well, it's closed off, buddy. Have fun trying.
It's not closed off. They don't enforce where you need to sit at all at this track. They just like you could sit
Viewers,
anywhere.
make sure to report this guy if you see him sitting in his wrong seat.
Yeah, he shouldn't be sitting there. Make sure he's sitting.
I
in his
literally
right
walked
seat.
over there last year to just take a walk during the red flag because the truck race got delayed from rain, and I walked over there last year and there was like a freaking one of those section numbers that was just sitting in the seats. Like nobody cares, bro. Like I'll just sit over
Terrible.
there. So if you see
Terrible.
one random guy, likely in a Connors Village shirt,
In a 48 Nation t-shirt.
In
yeah,
a
whatever,
t-shirt that says,
hunched
"I'm
over
48
like this, videoing the entire race, that's me.
Yeah. Say hi
In
to
turn
him.
one. In turn one.
Give him a hug. Actually, don't give him a hug. Just say hi to him.
Yeah, I might be sitting with one of my friends, but yeah.
Don't interact
knows?
with him. He's like Tate. He hates the fans. I'm just playing. He doesn't hate
True.
the fans. Oh, okay.
do.
Never mind.
I do too."
I'm very antisocial. I'll be like, when you walk over to me. Yeah.
He'll be like, "Can you leave? I'm trying to watch the race."
He'll shrivel up and implode on himself like a black hole.
No, I've seen a video because there was someone on YouTube someone that posted a video a few years back of themselves at Texas, and it was like a super wide angle. I was actually sitting right in front of them, and I watched their video, and I was like, "Oh shoot, that's me!" And I just look like this filming the whole time. But you know what? It's worth it. I'm like getting good shots most of the time. So
Nice. Well, I guess that'll do it for this episode of the Nation of Cars podcast.
Good. I'm gonna eat some food.
I'm going to shower before work.
I'm
True
gonna
and true. All right,
I'm gonna
guys.
get work done.
Me too. I have an essay due. Bye-bye. Have a good one.
Bye.
See you next week.